Hello, and welcome back to the Personal Growth Talk podcast. I'm your host, Alex, and I'm so glad you're here with us today. If you're new to our show, this is the space where we talk about personal growth, learning, and everyday skills that make life a little easier and a lot more meaningful.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anna, your co-host. It's always such a pleasure to join you all. Alex and I are excited because today's episode is going to be practical, fun, and super useful, especially for anyone working on their English or just wanting to communicate more confidently.
That's right. Today, we're diving into 50 sentences for everyday English. These are the kinds of expressions you'll use at work, at home, with friends, or even when meeting new people. And the best part is, once you know them, they'll just roll off your tongue without you even thinking about it.
Exactly. Think of them as your toolbox for daily communication. We'll go through them step by step, talk about when and how to use them, and even share a few quick role plays so you can really hear them in action.
And of course, because this is Personal Growth Talk podcast, we'll also connect these everyday phrases to personal growth. Because learning new ways to express yourself isn't just about language. It's also about confidence, self-awareness, and building better relationships.
Absolutely. So, whether you're listening while driving, walking, or just relaxing with a cup of coffee, you're going to walk away with sentences you can start using today.
So let's get into it. We'll start with some of the most common sentences for daily life. Things you'll say in conversations all the time. Ready, Anna?
I'm ready, Alex. Let's go.
All right. Before we jump straight into our list of 50 sentences, let's take a moment to talk about why this matters. You know, a lot of people think they need to know thousands of words to sound fluent in English. But really, communication is often about mastering the most useful and everyday phrases.
Yes, exactly. Language isn't about knowing every word in the dictionary. It's about being able to express yourself clearly in real-life situations. And the truth is, most of us repeat the same kinds of sentences every single day when we greet people, ask for help, order food, or just make small talk.
Right. Think about it. How many times a day do you say things like, "How are you? Thank you," or "Excuse me"? These may sound simple, but they're powerful. They're the building blocks of connection.
And once you feel comfortable with these common sentences, it boosts your confidence. You stop hesitating. Instead of translating in your head, the words just come naturally. And that's when conversations start to feel easy.
Exactly. I remember when I was learning another language, there were a few phrases I used constantly. And because I knew them so well, I sounded more confident, even if the rest of my grammar wasn't perfect.
Yes, I had a similar experience. When I lived abroad, I survived on maybe 20 or 30 key sentences at first. Things like, "Can you help me?" or "I'd like this, please." And those phrases opened so many doors. People responded kindly because I was trying, and I felt more comfortable jumping into conversations.
That's such a good point. And that's really what we want for our listeners today. To walk away with a set of sentences they can actually use starting today. Not just memorizing, but practicing them in context.
Exactly. And as we go through them, we'll show how each one can fit into everyday life, whether at home, at work, or even while traveling.
So, with that in mind, let's get started. We'll begin with some simple but essential sentences for daily life.
Yes, the ones you'll probably use 10 times a day without even realizing it.
All right, let's jump into our first category, daily life sentences. Okay, Anna, let's start with the basics, the everyday sentences we use all the time. These are the ones that help us connect instantly with people around us.
Yes, let's go. We'll go through them in little groups so our listeners can really hear the patterns.
All right. Sentence 1. Good morning. How are you? This one never goes out of style. It's warm, it's friendly, and you can use it almost anywhere.
Exactly. And you can adjust it depending on the time of day. For example, good afternoon or good evening.
Let's role play quickly. I'll say it to you. Good morning, Anna. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How about you?
Perfect. That leads us to sentence 2. I'm good, thanks. How about you? Such a natural way to keep the conversation going.
Yes, and here's sentence 3. Nice to meet you, essential when meeting someone new.
And follow it up with sentence 4. It's great to see you again. That one works for friends or colleagues you haven't seen in a while.
Sentence 5. Thank you so much. Never underestimate the power of gratitude.
Absolutely. And to respond, here's sentence 6. You're welcome, simple but polite.
Sentence 7. Excuse me. This is great if you're trying to get someone's attention politely.
And its cousin, sentence 8. I'm sorry, short, but it shows respect and consideration.
Now let's imagine you're in a store or a cafe. Sentence 9. Can you help me? Please, very useful.
And sentence 10. Could you repeat that? Please, perfect, when you didn't hear something clearly.
Exactly. And then sentence 11. I don't understand. Don't be afraid to admit it. It helps communication flow better.
And right after that, sentence 12. Can you say that more slowly? That one is a lifesaver for language learners.
Sentence 13. I'd like a coffee, please. Super handy at restaurants or cafes.
And sentence 14. How much is this a must when shopping?
Yes. And sentence 15. Where is the bathroom? Honestly, maybe the most important sentence when traveling.
So true. And sentence 16. Can I pay by card? Very practical in daily life.
Sentence 17. What do you think this is great for making conversations more interactive?
Yes. And sentence 18. That sounds great. It shows positivity and agreement.
Then we have sentence 19, I don't know, simple but honest.
And finally, sentence 20. Let's go perfect for motivating action with friends or family.
So, that's our first 20 sentences, your foundation for daily life in English. Greetings, politeness, asking for help, basic needs, and a few phrases that just keep conversations alive.
Exactly. If you only learned these 20, you'd already be able to handle so many situations. Ordering food, greeting people, asking for directions, and more.
Yes, and listeners, remember, don't just listen. Try repeating them out loud. Practice saying them in real conversations. That's how they'll really stick.
Great advice. Now, let's move into our next group. Sentences for work and social situations. All right, Anna. Now that we've got our everyday basics covered, let's step into the workplace and social settings. Because whether it's in meetings, networking, or just chatting with friends, there are some really useful phrases that can make conversations flow.
Exactly. And the great thing is, many of these sentences work in both formal and casual settings. You just adjust your tone.
Sentence 21. Let's get started. Perfect at the beginning of a meeting or group project.
Yes, it shows leadership. And sentence 22. Could you explain that a little more? That's such a polite way to ask for clarification.
Absolutely. And sentence 23. I see what you mean. This one builds connection. It shows you're listening and understanding.
Then we've got sentence 24. That's a great idea, a powerful way to encourage teamwork and positivity.
And sentence 25. Let's keep in touch. That's great after a meeting, an interview, or even networking at a conference.
Okay, let's switch to social life. Sentence 26. What do you do for fun? It's a friendly way to get to know someone.
Yes. And sentence 27. Do you want to grab a coffee sometime? a classic invitation, simple and casual.
Then sentence 28. It was nice talking to you. That's perfect when you're wrapping up a friendly chat.
And here's sentence 29. Let's catch up soon. Great for friends you haven't seen in a while.
Sentence 30. Can I ask you something? This works in both professional and personal settings, and it shows respect before jumping into a question.
Now for some that really strengthen connection. Sentence 31. I appreciate your help. That's stronger than just thank you. It shows genuine gratitude.
Yes. And sentence 32. I agree with you. It helps you build rapport in a conversation.
Then, sentence 33. I see it differently. This is polite disagreement. Perfect for work or even debates with friends.
Exactly. And sentence 34. Could you give me your opinion? That's an empowering way to bring someone else into the conversation.
And finally, for this section, sentence 35. That's interesting. Tell me more. It shows curiosity and keeps the conversation alive.
So, there you have it. Sentences for both the professional world and your social life. These really help you not only communicate, but also build stronger connections with others.
Yes, whether you're in a meeting, networking, or just hanging out with friends, these 15 phrases are golden. They keep conversations professional, polite, and engaging.
And listeners, remember, confidence grows when you practice. Don't be afraid to use these in real conversations. You'll be surprised how natural they start to feel.
That's right. Now, let's move into our next section, polite and growth-oriented sentences phrases that not only improve communication, but also help you grow personally and professionally. All right, Anna. Now we're moving into one of my favorite parts, sentences that aren't just about communication, but also about personal growth.
Yes, I love this part too, because the way we speak shapes the way we think and the way people see us. These sentences are polite, respectful, and also encourage positivity in everyday life.
Let's start with sentence 36. Would you mind helping me? Notice how soft and polite that sounds compared to just help me.
Yes, it shows respect. And here's sentence 37. I appreciate your time. That's great for ending a conversation, a meeting, or even thanking a friend who listened to you.
Exactly. Sentence 38. Please go ahead. Such a simple way to show courtesy. Like if you're letting someone speak first, or steps in line before you.
And another good one, sentence 39. After you short but classy, especially in social or professional settings.
Now, let's move into mindset-shaping sentences. Sentence 40. I'll give it a try. This one is all about courage. Saying yes even when you're unsure.
Oh, I love that one. And sentence 41. I'm working on it. Instead of saying I can't do it, this shows progress and growth.
Yes. Sentence 42. That's a good point. It helps you stay open-minded and respectful, even if you don't fully agree.
And here's one of my favorites. Sentence 43. I've learned something new today. It turns every experience, even mistakes, into growth.
Beautiful. Sentence 44. I'll do my best. That one always shows effort and commitment, no matter the outcome.
And finally, for this section, sentence 45. Thank you for your support. That's a powerful phrase for both personal and professional relationships. Gratitude always strengthens connections.
So that's 10 sentences that not only improve your English, but also the way you interact with people.
Yes, because politeness, gratitude, and positivity don't just make you a better communicator, they make you a better leader, friend, and partner in life.
Exactly. And listeners, I encourage you to practice these sentences in your daily routines. Notice how people respond. You'll be surprised at the positive energy it creates.
So true. And with that, let's move to our final group of sentences, the ones that are empowering and reflective.
All right, Anna. We've covered greetings, workplace language, polite phrases, but now let's finish strong with a few sentences that are really about empowerment and self-reflection.
Yes, because words aren't just for others, they shape the way we talk to ourselves too.
Sentence 46. I believe in myself. This is one to say not just out loud, but also to yourself when you need a confidence boost.
Yes, it's powerful. And sentence 47, I'm proud of what I've done. It's so important to recognize your own progress, even in small steps.
Absolutely. Sentence 48. I can improve every day. That one reminds us growth is a journey, not a one-time event.
Beautiful. Sentence 49, I'm grateful for today. Gratitude shifts your whole perspective. It keeps you grounded and positive.
And to wrap up our list, sentence 50. I'm ready for what's next. That's such a forward-looking phrase, perfect for personal growth, challenges, or even just the next day.
So, those final 5 sentences are more than just English phrases. They're affirmations. They remind us to stay confident, grateful, and open to growth.
Exactly. And if our listeners practice these regularly, they won't just improve their English, they'll also strengthen their mindset.
And that's really what personal growth is all about, using words to build a better version of yourself, one sentence at a time.
All right, Anna, before we wrap up, let's take a quick look back at what we covered today.
Yes, we went through 50 everyday English sentences, starting with greetings and daily basics, then moving into workplace and social language, polite and growth-oriented phrases, and finally those empowering and reflective affirmations.
Exactly. And the big takeaway here is this. You don't need thousands of complicated words to sound confident in English. You just need practical sentences you can actually use in real life.
Right, and the more you practice these, the more natural they'll feel. Confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from connection.
Beautifully said. So, for our listeners, here's the challenge. Pick 3 or 4 of these sentences and start using them today. In conversations with friends, colleagues, or even just with yourself.
Yes, and notice how people respond and how you feel. That's where the growth really begins.
And that brings us to the end of today's episode of the Personal Growth Talk podcast. We hope you found these 50 everyday English sentences helpful and inspiring.
Yes, remember, language is not just about words. It's about building confidence, creating connections, and supporting your personal growth journey.
Exactly. And the best way to keep improving is to practice daily. Use these phrases with friends, at work, and even with yourself. The more you use them, the more natural they'll become.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a comment, or share it with a friend who's also learning and growing. Your support means the world to us.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. We can't wait to see you back for our next episode, where we'll dive into more tools for communication and personal growth.
Until then, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.